Dori Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yasodanantana Vraja Janaranchana Yasodan Yasodanantana Vraja Janaranchana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Yamuna Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजगाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सुद श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजगाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सुद श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की मथुरा धाम की जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र महारानी की श्री श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की श्री श्री राधा माधव की श्री कृष्ण भगवान की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 33, Text 7, Translation and Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Aho bada swapachodo gariyan yajjihvakre vardade namadupyam te bustapaste juhuvusasnurarya brahmanuchur nama grunandiyete. Aho bada swapachodo gariyan yajjihvakre vardade namadupyam te bustapaste juguvutsasnurarya brahmanuchurnama grunandiyete. Aho bada swapachodo gariyan yajjihvakre vardade namadupyam te bustapaste juguvutsasnurarya brahmanuchurnama grunandiyete. Translation. Oh, how glorious are they whose tongues are chanting your holy name, even if born in the families of dog-eaters. Such persons are worshipable, persons who chant the holy name of your Lordship must have executed all kinds of austerities and fire sacrifices and achieved all the good manners of the Aryans. To be chanting the holy name of your Lordship, they must have bathed at holy places of pilgrimage, studied the Vedas, and fulfilled everything required. Purport. As it is stated in the previous verse, a person who has once offenselessly chanted the holy name of God becomes immediately eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices. One should not be astonished by this statement of Srimad Bhagavatam. One should not disbelieve or think how, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, can one become a holy man, to be compared to the most elevated Brahmana. To eradicate such doubts in the minds of unbelievers, this verse affirms that the stage of chanting of the holy name of the Lord is not sudden, but that the chanters have already performed all kinds of Vedic rituals and sacrifices. It is not very astounding, for no one in this life can chant the holy name of the Lord unless he has passed all lower stages such as performing the Vedic ritualistic sacrifices, studying the Vedas, and practicing good behavior like that of the Aryans. All this must first have been done. Just as a student in a law class is to be understood to have already graduated from general education, anyone who is engaged in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, must have already passed all lower stages. It is said that those who simply chant the holy name with the tip of the tongue are glorious. One does not even have to chant the holy name and understand the whole procedure, namely the offensive stage, offenseless stage, and pure stage. If the holy name is sounded on the tip of the tongue, that is also sufficient. It is said herein that Nama, a singular number, one name, Krishna or Rama, is sufficient. It is not that one has to chant all the holy names of the Lord. The holy names of the Lord are innumerable, and one does not have to chant all the names to prove that he has already undergone all the processes of Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. If one chants once only, it is to be understood that he has already passed all the examinations, not to speak of those who are chanting always 24 hours a day. It is specifically said here, Tupyam, and to you only. One must chant God's name, not as the Mayavadi philosophers say any name, such as a demigod's name or the names of God's energies. Only the holy name of the Supreme Lord will be effective. Anyone who compares the holy name of the Supreme Lord to the names of the demigods is called Pashandi or an offender. The holy name has to be chanted to please the Supreme Lord and not for any sense gratification or professional purpose. If this pure mentality is there, then even though a person is born of a low family, such as a dog eaters, he is so glorious that not only has he purified himself, but he is quite competent to deliver others. He is competent to speak on the importance of the transcendental name, just as Thakura Haridasa did. He was apparently born in a family of Mohammedans, but because he was chanting the holy name of the Supreme Lord offenselessly, Lord Chaitanya empowered him to become the authority or Acharya of spreading the name. It did not matter that he was born in a family which was not following the Vedic rules and regulations. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Prabhu accepted him as an authority because he was offenselessly chanting the name of the Lord. Authorities like Advaita Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya immediately accepted that he had already performed all kinds of austerities, studied the Vedas and performed all sacrifices. That is automatically understood. There is a hereditary class of Brahmanas called the Smartha Brahmanas, however, who are of the opinion that even if such persons who are chanting the holy name of the Lord are accepted as purified, they still have to perform the Vedic rites or await their next birth in a family of Brahmanas so that they can perform the Vedic rituals. But actually, that is not the case. Such a man does not need to wait for the next birth to become purified. He is at once purified. It is understood that he has already performed all sorts of rites. It is the so-called Brahmanas who actually have to undergo different kinds of austerities before reaching that point of purification. There are many other Vedic performances which are not described here. All such Vedic rituals have been already performed by the chanters of the holy name. The word Juhuvu means that the chanters of the holy name have already performed all kinds of sacrifices. Sasnuhu means that they have already travelled to all the holy places of pilgrimage and taken part in the purificatory activities at those places. They are called Arya because they have already finished all these requirements and therefore they must be among the Aryans or those who have qualified themselves to become Aryans. Aryan refers to those who are civilized, whose manners are regulated according to the Vedic rituals. Any devotee who is chanting the holy name of the Lord is the best kind of Aryan. Unless one studies the Vedas, one cannot become an Aryan. But it is automatically understood that the chanters have already studied all the Vedic literature. The specific word used here is Anuchu, which means that because they have already completed all those recommended acts, they have become qualified to be the spiritual masters. The very word Grunanti, which is used in this verse, means to be already established in the perfectional stage of ritualistic performances. If one is seated on the bench of a high court and is giving judgment on cases, it means that he has already passed all legal exams and is better than those who are engaged in the study of law or those expecting to study law in the future. In a similar way, persons who are chanting the holy name are transcendental to those who are factually performing the Vedic rituals and those who expect to be qualified, or in other words, those who are born in families of Brahmanas but have not yet undergone the reformatory processes and who therefore expect to study the Vedic rituals and perform the sacrifices in the future. There are many Vedic statements in different places saying that anyone who chants the holy name of the Lord becomes immediately freed from the conditional life, and that anyone who hears the holy name of the Lord, even though born of a family of dog eaters, also becomes liberated from the clutches of material entanglement. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Jayapataga Swaminiti Namini Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Gada Damadaya Nagaragramadharine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desadarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this is a very beautiful sloka. It is coming in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. This sloka was spoken by Mother Devahudi. Devahudi, she was the mother of Lord Kapila. Lord Kapila is the incarnation of Krishna. And there is a very lengthy discussion between Lord Kapila and Mother Devahudi. It is coming in 3rd canto. And Lord Kapila is teaching the intricacies of Sankhya Yoga to Mother Devahudi. So in that discussion, this particular sloka is coming. Aho bada swapachodo gariyan. Swapacha. Swapacha means dog eaters. Dog eaters are called Chandala. Normally, 4 varnas are there. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. As per Krishna. Krishna only classified the human society into 4 categories. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Not on based on the birth, no. As per the those who are influenced by a particular guna, they will fall in a particular category. For example, if somebody is influenced by Rajoguna, and naturally they will have inclination towards managing tendency, then they are called Kshatriyas. Vaishyas means is a mixture of Rajas and Tamas. Everything is carried out in this material world by the influence of the 3 modes only. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. No activity can happen without the influence of 3 modes. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Sarva rambagi doshena dhumenaknir ivavrudaha. Very nice actually. Dhumenaknir. Agni, fire. Even though fire is considered as a pure, fire will burn everything into ashes. Even that fire also will be covered by Duma, smoke. So, Sarvarambhaki doshena. Every effort in this material world is It is with effect, it is with a defect only. Doshena. No effect is without no activity is without defects. Every activity is mixed with the defect only. Why? Because of the influence of the lower modes, Rajas and Tamas. So, when a person is influenced by a particular guna, Rajoguna or Tamoguna, then he will have inclination towards a particular activity. Because he is interested in a particular activity, he is falling in the category of a particular varna. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. Okay, Vaishya means that person, he will be influenced by the mixture of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And he will have inclination for performing or doing merchant activities, business. Then he is called Vaishya. And Sudra means he is fully influenced by Tamoguna. Then Sattva, very rare, very rare actually. Majority time, our 24 hours, if we analyze, we will all fall in the category of Rajas and Tamas only. Sattva actually, we are not at all touching. Sattva guna, when it influences, then jnana, spiritual knowledge, will be predominant within us. He is called Brahmana. He will have inclination for studying scriptures and teaching the scriptural teachings to others. He is called Brahmana. So in this way, Krishna classified the human society into 4 varnas. Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya, Sudra. It is a scientific division. It is a scientific division. It cannot be avoided in any community. One may say, okay, it is in India you are saying like this. No. Even if we go abroad also, these classifications cannot be avoided. It will be there. For example, somebody will be inclined to teach in the colleges. Right? So they are actually falling in the category of Brahmana. But as per Varnashrama, Brahmana will teach the scriptural knowledge. He will teach scriptures. But because of the influence of Kali, the college professors and school teachers, they are teaching material subjects. So this is the influence of Kali. But the Varna cannot be avoided. So even if you go to Europe also, still this classification will be there. Somebody will be teaching in the college. Yes, it is there. And somebody will be governing the society. Ministers, MPs, they are falling in the category of Kshatriyas. And somebody will be doing business. And others will be doing all labor works. So this is scientific division. It cannot be avoided because it's created by Krishna. Right? So these 4 varnas are there, and less than Sutra, one more category is there. He is called Chandala. Chandala means dog eaters. They are not falling in the category of these 4 varnas. So degraded. So they are called, as per the scripture, they are called Swapacha. Swapacha means dog eaters. Normally, people will not eat dog, no? Right? China, they are eating. They are eating dog also. At least in India, they will not eat dog. Correct, no? So dog eaters are called Chandalas. So Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Aho Bada. Aho Bada means, oh glorious. Even if he is a dog eater, is a Chandala, if he chants, Yad Jihvakre Vardade Namadupyam, Tupyam. So Mother Devahudi, she is speaking this sloka. She is telling her son, Lord Kapila. So one role is Lord Kapila is her son, but another role is he is the Supreme Lord, the incarnation of Krishna. So she is telling Tupyam, your name, Krishna's name. Prabhupada is writing in the purport. It is not anyone's name, any demigod's name, no. Unto you, Tupyam, Nama Tupyam, your name. Very specifically mentioned in the sloka. Krishna's name. Because he is the Supreme Lord. Agam Adirhi Devana. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Agam Adirhi Devana. I am the source. I am the source of all 33 crore demigods. Krishna is saying, Agam Adirhi Devana. And Gadir Bharta, Prabhu Sakshi, Nivasa Saranam Sugrat, Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam, Nidanam Bijam Avyayam. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Gadir. Everyone has to finally come to Krishna only. Gadir, he is the goal. Krishna is the goal for all the jivas. Bharta, he is a master. Sakshi means he is the ultimate witness. Krishna is the ultimate witness of everything. He is watching, no? He is watching in everyone's heart as Paramatma, and he is watching everything. He is the biggest witness. I used to say, he is the biggest CCTV camera. CCTV camera, no, you are under surveillance. But Krishna is the biggest CCTV camera. Paramatma network. So many things we are saying, Airtel network, but Krishna is the Paramatma network. Even if we go to Europe or Australia, still Paramatma is sitting in everyone's heart. He knows. So Sakshi, he is the biggest witness. Whatever desire we are having, immediately Paramatma knows, is watching. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. While practicing Bhakti Yoga, we have to be careful in our heart. If we desire anything other than Krishna, then it is dangerous. Krishna will sanction and we will be implicated in the karmic reactions. Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Saranam Sugrut. Nivasa. Everyone is actually taking shelter of Krishna only. Unknowingly. He is a maintainer. Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam. Sthanam means he is a maintainer. Maintainer of innumerable living entities. He is a maintainer. But we don't know. We are not acknowledging that Krishna is a maintainer. That is a problem. That is a defect of human being. He is only maintaining. Ratogam apsu kaunteya prabhasmi satisuryoho pranavasarva vedeshu sabdakke paurusham drishu. Krishna is saying, I am the taste in the water. See, when we feel thirsty now, we are drinking water. And if there is no taste in the water, then our thirsty feeling will not be quenched. Krishna is so merciful, he is sitting as a taste in the water. Rasoham. Rasoham. I am the taste in the water. This is actually, he is maintaining. He is only maintaining all of us. Prabhasmi Sasi Suryayoho. Sasi Surya. Sasi means Chandra. And Chandra and Surya. I am only giving that Prabha. Right? Sun and moon, they are giving light, no. Light to all of us. Sun rays are there, moon rays are there. And Krishna is saying, Prabha Asmi. They are deriving, they are borrowing effulgence or light from me only. Prabha Asmi. Krishna, why he is doing this? For our maintenance. If there is no sun and moon, then we cannot live, no? We cannot live. Suppose if there is no sun, let us assume. Then how, 24 hours if it is dark like this? We cannot work. So Krishna very mercifully is giving this sunrise, sunset, everything. And sun rays are coming. Because with that we are doing many, many things. Pranava sarva vedeshu sabtakke paurusham drishu. Paurusham drishu, very beautiful. Paurusham drishu means I am the talent in the human being. Right? Everyone is invested with a particular talent. Correct or not? Right? We are all having particular talent. Somebody can draw a picture very nicely. Somebody can speak very nicely. So each one is gifted with a particular talent. And with that talent, they are surviving. But that talent, Krishna is saying, it is coming for me only. Sabdakke paurusham drishu. That is why a gentleman will acknowledge all these Krishna's glories and he will worship Krishna. So Krishna is saying, Namatupyam. So Namatupyam means it is not anyone's name, Krishna's name. Very clear it means. Tupyam means unto you, your name. To Lord Kapila she is telling. That Lord Kapila is Krishna's incarnation. It is not that chanting anyone's name, I will be freed from the birth and death cycle. No, not like that. Sadadam kirtayando mam. Mam means myself. Devotee, what he will do? He will chant my name constantly. So what we have to do is, we have to chant Krishna's name. Prabhupada is writing here in the purport, even one name is enough. One name, Krishna, Rama, is enough. So intelligent person, Yajnayu Sankirtana Prayar, Yajantiki Sumedasaka. Sumedasaka. A good intelligent people, they will worship Krishna through chanting his names. Shastra is saying. So if we want to be intelligent, what we have to do? We have to chant Krishna's names. So if anyone chants Krishna's names, what happens? That is a sloka. This sloka, the effect of, if somebody is chanting Krishna's names, that means, Adagariyan. Adagariyan means, even though he has taken birth in a family of dog eaters, if he is chanting Jihva Agre, Prabhupada is writing very nicely, in the chanting now, chanting Hare Krishna, 3 stages are there. 3 stages. Nama Aparada, Nama Pasha, and Suddhanama. We will discuss a particular pastime, very beautiful pastime. It happened 500 years ago. When Haridas Thakur, he was the close associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, appeared in a devotee form 500 years ago. And this Haridas Thakur was the close associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Haridas Thakur was a Mohammedan. He took birth in a Mohammedan family. Right? You understand Mohammedan family? Muslim, right? He took birth in a Mohammedan family, but he was always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He was always chanting Krishna's names. See how wonderful. Even taking birth in a Mohammedan family, it is simply a question of our interest. Right? Birth is not the criteria. Birth is not the criteria. One should not classify people based on the birth. In the name of birth and religion, people are fighting. People are fighting and so many clashes happening. But actually, we are not belonging to a particular caste or creed or religion. We are all spirit soul. We are Atma. Prabhupada used to say, there is no Indian Atma or American Atma. All these identifications, Indian, American, Australian, African. It is all for the body only. Because I have taken birth in the land of Australia, then I am called as Australian. No, it's all false identification. It's a false identification. But actually, I have only one identification, that I am spirit soul. I am part and parcel of Krishna. I belong to Krishna. This is the only one identification everybody is having. Permanent identification. One may be a Mohammedan or a Christian, but that identification will end, will come to an end after death. But this identification is a permanent. Even after death also, we are spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. This identification cannot be destroyed. So, one should not classify people based on the caste, creed, religion. So, Haridas Thakur, when we understand this principle now, then there is no fight in the world. Actually, people are fighting now, Muslims, Christians, Hindus, they are fighting. Simply saying that Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana Dharma is different. Sanatana Dharma is not Hinduism. People are wrongly understanding. Sanatana Dharma means Sanatan. Sanatan means eternal. What is the eternal Dharma of the living entity? The eternal Dharma of the living entity is, I am servant of Krishna. I am servant of Krishna. That is the eternal Dharma. And I should serve Krishna. How to serve Krishna? By chanting his names. When we chant Krishna's names, we are serving Krishna. That is the best service. That is the topmost service. Yes, now devotees are doing service to the Lord. They are worshipping the Lord, showing arati, offering naivedya. They are all doing service to the Lord. But the topmost service is chanting Krishna's names. So Haridas Thakur, he used to chant 3 lakh names of Hare Krishna mantra. 3 lakh names. Every day he will chant 22 hours. Can you imagine? 22 hours he will chant. Only 2 hours is left for eating and sleeping, all other things. Only 2 hours. He will not sleep for 6 hours and all. 22 hours, whole lifetime. But he was from a Mohammedan family. 3 lakh names he will chant. And that Haridas Thakur, he was explaining the glories of the holy name in a particular village. He was giving lecture. And in that audience, one Brahmana was sitting. By birth Brahmana. Gopala Chakravarti. His name was Gopala Chakravarti. So he was a Pandit. Pandit, Brahmana. The expert in all the rituals, Vedic rituals. Normally, when we possess some identification now, immediately pride will increase. These are all the principles. These principles now will not go wrong. When we embrace some identification, immediately pride will increase. Our original identification is, I am spirit soul, I am servant of Krishna. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Brahmachari, Naham Vipro, Nacha Narabadir, Navi Vaishyo, Nasudro, Naham Varni, Nacha Grahabadir, no Vanasto Adurva. Kindu Prodyan Nigila Paramananda Purna Mrudapter, Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayor, Dasa Dasa Anudasa. Very beautiful sloka. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. He is giving instruction to all of us. Nagam Vipro, I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya, I am not a Sutra. Nagam Varni, I am not a Brahmachari. These are all external identification only. There is no brahmachari atma or grahastha atma. No. So you say, I am not a grahastha, I am not a vanaprastha, I am not a sannyasi also. Then who am I? I am a servant of Krishna's servants. I am the lowest servant of Krishna's servants. This is the identification Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave to all of us. If we embrace this identification alone, then we will not become proud. Any other identification now, if we embrace, then it is a false identification. That false identification, it is created by Maya. Maya is only creating all these illusory identifications. Illusory identification. Because in the subtle body, they all have subtle body. The subtle body, false ego is there. False ego. This false ego will create illusory identification. I am a man, I am a male, I am a female, I am an Indian. All these illusory identifications, constantly these identifications are created by Maya. Maya is called illusory energy. Her name is illusory energy. So she will create illusory identifications constantly. So this Gopala Chakravarti also, he was very proud that I am a Brahmana. I know all the Vedic rituals. He was very proud. So he was also sitting in the lecture. When Haridas Thakur, he was glorifying holy name. So while chanting holy name, 3 stages are there. One is Nama Aparada. Nama Aparada means we will be chanting Krishna's names, but we will not give attention to the holy name. Mind will be simply traveling. Mind will be traveling, thinking about the worldly affairs, and lips alone we will be chanting Hare Krishna. That is called Nama Aparada, offensive chanting. This is first level. Second level is Nama Bhasha. Nama Bhasha means clearing stage. The offenses are getting cleared slowly. That stage is called Nama Abhasha. And the third stage is Suddha Nama. Suddha Nama means pure chanting. One will not rise to Suddha Nama stage immediately. It is not possible. Initially we will all do offensive chanting only. Offensive chanting. We will be chanting Krishna's names, but mind will be loitering in the worldly affairs. So this Haridas Thakur, he was explaining, even a glimpse of this Nama Bhasha chanting, if anyone gets, for him, liberation is guaranteed, he said. He gave an example. For example, suppose sunrise, as soon as the sun rises in the morning, 6 o'clock, immediately the darkness is dissipated, removed. Correct or not? 6 o'clock, sunrise comes, immediately darkness is gone. And the bright sun is coming by around 8 o'clock, like that. Right? In the same way, Haridas Thakur is saying, if anyone chants Nama Bhasha, that is clearing stage, offenses are getting cleared. If anyone gets the glimpse of Nama Bhasha, for him, liberation means mukti. Liberation is guaranteed. He said like this. Then Gopala Chakravarti is a Pandit, no? He's a Pandit from the scriptures. And he's a Brahmana. He was very proud. I know all the scriptures. And this Mohammedan is speaking what he knows. He was very proud. Then immediately he objected in the class itself. In the lectures itself, he objected, saying that you are exaggerating. Simply you are exaggerating. Liberation, it is not so easy. Jnana yogis. Jnana yogis are struggling very hard to get liberation from birth and death cycle. But you are saying simply a glimpse of Nama Bhasha. If you get a glimpse of Nama Bhasha, then easily he is getting liberation. Simply you are exaggerating. It is an exaggeration. It's an imaginative statement. Like that he objected. This Gopala Chakravarti. And in that assembly, all big devotees were sitting. So they were actually murmuring amongst themselves. Oh, this person, this Gopala Chakravarti is unnecessarily offending a pure devotee, Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is a pure devotee because he was chanting 22 hours every day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Hare Krishna mantra he was chanting 22 hours whole lifetime. So he's a pure devotee. When we chant Krishna's names, Brahmanuchur means all the scriptural knowledge, it has automatically come inside to him. Yasmin Vijnade Sarvamevam Vijnadam Bhavadi. If we understand Krishna, then every other knowledge is automatically revealed to him. There is no necessity to gather varieties of information in the material world. Every other knowledge is automatically revealed to him if he knows Krishna. So, Haridas Thakur, he was chanting 22 hours Hare Krishna mantra. Whatever he speaks is 100% truth. Because Krishna, as a Paramatma from within, in the heart, he is giving that realization. He is giving that realization. He is not giving some imaginative statement. So he said like this, and Gopala Chakravarti was very proud and he challenged Haridas Thakur. He said, okay, whatever statement you are giving, the glimpse of the Nama Bhasha, if we get, then automatically liberation is guaranteed for him, you are saying. If it is not true, this statement is not true means, then within 3 days, your nose will fall down in leprosy. He challenged openly in the assembly. Your nose will fall down in leprosy within 3 days if your statement is not right. And every other devotees, they were all murmuring, unnecessarily he is offending a pure devotee, he is going to be in trouble. And Haridas Thakur, what he did, he gave a nice example. The glories of the holy name cannot be understood by simply hearing alone. It has to be practiced. It has to be practiced. That is, practice means chanting more and more. When we chant, proportionately the glories of the holy name will be revealed to us. It is like one can give lecture how Malgova mango, right? Malgova mango, very tasty, very sweet and full of juicy. One can give lecture for 1 hour about Malgova mango. But the audience cannot taste the sweetness of the mango. He has to go to the shops and buy the mango and cut it and he has to eat. Then only he can taste the sweetness. So in the same way, Haridas Thakur told, glories of the holy name cannot be understood simply by hearing alone. It has to be practiced. Practiced means we have to chant every day. Every day we have to chant Krishna's names. Then only holy name will reveal his spiritual potency to the chanter. Like this he told and left. Haridas Thakur left that place. He didn't speak further. What happened? Exactly after 3 days, as per his challenge, Gopala Chakravarti's nose fell down. Gopala Chakravarti's nose fell down in leprosy. That means Haridas Thakur's statement is right. What is the statement? A glimpse of the holy Nama Bhasha. Even if we get a glimpse of the Nama Bhasha, liberation is guaranteed. He is relieved from birth and death cycle. Holy name is so powerful. Krishna's holy name, so powerful. Oh, that means Haridas Thakur's statement is correct. And Haridas Thakur went to the other village to spread the glories of holy name. And he heard the news that Gopala Chakravarti's nose fell down in leprosy. Because of the leprosy, nose fell down, decayed and fell down. And Haridas Thakur was feeling sad. Because a pure devotee, he doesn't want to disturb anyone. Pure devotee is nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. He will not disturb anyone. Because he is not having any interest in this material world. So even to this person also, Haridas Thakur, he felt sad. Oh, why he got this effect? That his nose fell down in leprosy. So this is the pastime happened in Haridas Thakur's life. So why we are discussing is Swapacha, even the dog eater, if he chants your holy name. Jihva agre. Jihva agre means, Jihva means tongue. In the tip of the tongue. Prabhupada is writing, even if we chant offensively also, okay, we are chanting Krishna's names in the tongue and mind is roaming everywhere. It's called offensive chanting. Nama Aparada. Even if we chant offensive chanting also. There is a quote in Adi Purana. Krishna will not forget. If anyone chants my name, whether consciously or unconsciously, right? Conscious chanting means attentive chanting. Attentive chanting. Not allowing the mind to loiter everywhere. In focused way chanting. That is called conscious chanting. Unconscious chanting means, sometimes jokingly people will say, oh, Hare Krishna people have come. Jokingly they will say, Hare Krishnas have come. Prabhupada used to say, at least he has told once Hare Krishna. It is called unconscious chanting. So, even unconsciously if we chant Krishna's names, it is mentioned in Adi Purana, Krishna will not forget that soul. He will never forget that soul because this person has chanted my name. And Krishna will give the reward. Krishna is having one quality, beautiful quality. He is having this quality called Kritajna. Kritajna means Krishna is grateful. See? Why Krishna has to be grateful? He doesn't want anything from us. Normally in this material world, somebody will be grateful to the other person, no? Why? Because he will do some favor to me. I want some favor from him. So naturally he will behave like a grateful person artificially. Artificially he will behave like a grateful person. This is material world. Low class. Material world is kachara. But Krishna is asam urdhva. Nobody is equal to Krishna. Nobody is above Krishna also. Why he has to be grateful? He doesn't want anything from us. This is the divine quality. Gratefulness means it's a divine quality. Krishna is possessing this. Oh, my child, this jiva, at least he has chanted my name. Even unconsciously also. I will never forget. I will never forget, and the right time I will give the spiritual reward. We don't want material reward. Oh, I am chanting your name, Krishna. Please give me 1 crore rupees. No. We don't want material reward. We want Krishna's mercy. When we want to be freed from this birth and death cycle, and we want to go back to Krishna's place, Goloka Vrindavana. We don't want anything. That is a pure intention. That is the meaning of pure chanting, pure intention. Or we don't want to do business with Krishna. I am chanting, Pallikudam Pogama, Padata Padikama, Parichi Edidama, Nam Pasa Venu, Pilayare, Etana Tenga Vadal Vedu. You have seen in the younger age, no? We don't want to do business with Krishna. I am chanting Krishna's names. Oh Krishna, please provide me all the facilities, money, everything. That is business. We don't want anything. We want only Krishna's mercy. We want to be released from Maya's clutches. All the time we are under Maya only. We are under the clutches of Maya only. And Krishna only can release us from the clutches of Maya. So we are praying to the Lord. In a prayer mood we are chanting. Because being under the control of Maya, no, it is the artificial life for the jiva. Because I am spirit soul, I am part and parcel of Krishna. I belong to Krishna. So I should be under the control of Krishna only. That is our natural life. But what we are doing now? We are under the control of Maya only. Already we discussed, Maya means illusory identification will come. Varieties of illusory identifications you will create. And because of possessing that identification, we will have particular rules and regulations. Suppose a manager is there in a company. As soon as he accepts this position that I am a manager, naturally he will have some rules and regulations. Management will fix then some rules and you have to obey this. This is your responsibility. Right? In this way only Maya is working. One cannot avoid. So we are praying, in the prayer mood we are chanting Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna, please release me from all these false identifications. I want to be your servant. And that is the meaning of conscious chanting. Okay? Unconsciously chanting means simply mechanically chanting and not having any feelings. No feelings at all. And mind is loitering, thinking about a matter. That is called unconscious chanting. But even unconsciously if we chant also, still Krishna is not forgetting. He is not forgetting that soul. How merciful, no? This is the meaning of gratefulness. He is very grateful. If somebody chants my name, he is very grateful. Okay? So, that's why it's mentioned Jikva Agre. Simply if we chant in the tip of the tongue, we only can chant Krishna's names. Dogs or cats or tiger, all those animals cannot chant Krishna's names. Correct or not? They also have tongue. We are also having tongue. But we are only allowed to chant. We have that capacity to chant Krishna's names. This is the meaning of human life. Actually, it's a very interesting topic. Maya, no, in the human life only, Maya is allowing us to exhibit our full consciousness. In the lower body, in the lower species, no, Maya is restricting. By giving a particular body, she is restricting our consciousness to exhibit fully. That is why animals, even though they have tongue, they cannot chant Krishna's names. It is restricted by Maya. By giving that particular body. But for us alone, in human form only, we have developed intelligence and fully exhibited consciousness. This facility is given by Maya. So, we can chant. Correct or not? We can chant with our tongue. So, this is the greatest facility given to the human being by Maya. If we don't use this facility fully for chanting Krishna's names, then we are called Kripana. Kripana means miser. Miser. You know miser? So, miserly person. What he will do, miserly person? Even after possessing so many facilities, he will be reluctant to spend that wealth. He is called miser. The material angle. The same definition applies here. We are a human being and Maya has given this higher facility, that is fully exhibited consciousness. With that consciousness, we can chant Krishna's names through our tongue. This is a facility given to the human being. The greatest facility. So we have got this facility. Correct or not? After crores of janmas, we have got this facility. And if we don't utilize this facility fully, then we are called miser. We are not using our facility fully. This is the spiritual explanation for miser. Material explanation we all know who is a miser. But this is the spiritual explanation for miser. So that is why Jihva Agre. Simply using the tongue, the tip of the tongue, we have to chant Krishna's names. All of us, please chant one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now we have chanted one time. Right? 16 names are there. Krishna will not forget. Oh, so many people, 100 people, 200 people in Coimbatore ISKCON. They have chanted my name. Krishna will not forget. Right time he will give spiritual reward. Every day we can increase, no? This opportunity. It is within us. It is our choice. It is our choice actually. If we don't use our tongue to chant Krishna's names, our tongue will be used in speaking about material affairs. Prabhupada used to say this very beautiful example. Suppose the rainy season, the frogs, frog, quack, 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 like it will make noise. And by making this noise constantly, the frogs are inviting snakes. I'm here, please come and eat. Please come and eat me. The same way, if we use our tongue to speak about the material affairs, the worldly affairs, we are inviting Maya. Come, please catch me. We are inviting Maya. This is our problem. We are only misusing our free will and we are not using our tongue to chant Krishna's names. And instead, we are using for speaking about worldly katha, gramya katha. Gramya katha means worldly katha. So, maximum, everyone has been given a particular amount of time. Say some 70 years or 60 years or 80 years. Krishna has given this opportunity. So, we should use our time fully chanting Krishna's names. Jihva Agre. So, we have not discussed the full sloka. One portion alone, it has got so many points, philosophical points. If anyone does this, then he is to be worshipped. Even though he has taken birth in a Chandala family, he is to be worshipped. Adagariyan is to be worshipped as a Brahmana. Same Haridas Thakur's life, one more pastime happened. We are celebrating, I think, Advaita Acharya's appearance on February 4th. February 4th, we are celebrating Advaita Acharya's appearance. Advaita Acharya is incarnation of Lord Mahavishnu. He appeared in a devotee form. And this Advaita Acharya, 500 years ago, appeared along with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this Advaita Acharya, he was from a Brahmana family. So, Brahmanas know they will do this Shraddha ceremony. Shraddha ceremony means anniversary, first anniversary, like that they will do, the Shraddha ceremony. Tithi. So, in the Shraddha ceremony, after doing all the rituals, the prasadam, it should be offered to a qualified Brahmana. Advaita Acharya was from a respectable Brahmana family. Very elderly person. What he did, he called Haridas Thakur. You please accept this Vishnu Prasadam, the Shraddha Prasadam. Then Haridas Thakur told, oh Advaita Acharya, you are from a respectable Brahmana family. If you offer this to me, I am from a Mohammedan family. Everybody will criticize you. All Brahmanas will criticize you. Please don't do this. Like that, very humbly. Haridas Thakur was very humble. When we chant more and more Krishna's names, all the divine qualities will automatically manifest within us. Yes, yasti bhaktir bhagavad yoginjana sarvair gunais tatra samasade sura. When we chant, when we surrender to the Lord, when we surrender to Krishna, then all the good qualities of 33 crore demigods, it will automatically manifest within us. So Haridas Thakur was very humble, even though he was a highly qualified devotee. He said, I am from a Mohammedan family. I don't want to create disturbance in the society. All Brahmanas will get disturbed if you offer this Shraddha Prasada to me. And your reputation also will be spoiled. Please don't do this. Then Advaita Acharya told, no, Haridas, oh Haridas Thakur, if I offer you Prasada, Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, I will finish it in another 5 minutes. If I offer you Prasada, then it is equivalent to feeding 10 million Brahmanas. He said, it is equivalent to feeding 10 million Brahmanas. Because you are more than a Brahmana. Because you are always chanting Krishna's names. You are more than a Brahmana. Like that, Advaita Acharya spoke to him. So called Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur came to the house for honoring Prasadam, Shraddha Prasadam. Then when all the Brahmanas, when they came to know this, they became very angry. And they rushed to the house, questioning Advaita Acharya, how you can offer Shraddha Prasada to a non-Brahmana, to a Mohammedan. You are offending all of us. Like that, all the Brahmanas joined together and complained to Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya, what he did know? Okay, you are all claiming that you are of Brahmana family. You are saying that he is from a Mohammedan family. I will give you something. I will prove this. He is more than a Brahmana. Whoever is chanting Krishna's names all the time, he is more than a Brahmana. It is mentioned here, Sasnur Arya. Arya means he is highly cultured person. Even though he is from a Chandala family. I will prove this. Advaita Acharya did. What he did know? He gave wood piece. To everyone he gave one wood piece. So you are all Brahmana? No. So you ignite fire in the yajna. Right? In the fire sacrifice, Homa. In the yajna, you ignite fire with this wood piece. By simply chanting mantras. Because you are Brahmana, no? You are from a Brahmana family. By simply chanting, pronouncing mantras, you should ignite fire in the yajna. Without using the matchbox. Right? Those times there was no matchbox. So he gave, for each Brahmana, he gave one wood piece. And they were saying so many things. Nothing happened. And in front of all the Brahmanas, Advaita Acharya gave one wood piece to Haridas Thakur. Oh Haridas, please ignite fire in the yajna. He chanted Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He chanted one time Hare Krishna mantra and simply put that wood piece in the yajna and fire came. Fire manifested. Haridas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, Haridas Thakur was very humble. He was not very proud. This is this Lakshana. This is a symptom of a pure devotee. Pure devotee is not very proud. On the other hand, when we embrace illusory identifications only, we are getting pride. Haridas Thakur was very humble, even though he did this great achievement. Simply produced fire by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the yajna. All the Brahmanas were shocked. And Advaita Acharya spoke. Now you understand the potency of the holy name. If anyone chants Krishna's names all the time, he is more than a Brahmana. Vaishnava is more than a Brahmana. Or we can say, a pure Vaishnava is automatically a Brahmana. Advaita Acharya proved this in front of all the Brahmanas. And all those Brahmanas, they simply lowered their head and they couldn't say anything. This pastime, this Leela, it is mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Bhagavatam, it is mentioned. So, in this way, each and every word of this sloka, it has got so much spiritual topics. It is covered inside. We cannot discuss all the points. Tepus tapaste. If anyone chants Krishna's names, he has already performed all the tapasya. Tapasya, no? Right? Tapasya means austerity. All the austerities, all the tapasyas, he has already performed if he chants Krishna's names. That benefit automatically is coming to him. Juhuvu means if he chants Krishna's names, he has already performed all the yajnas. So many yajnas are there, right? So many yajnas, varieties of fire sacrifices are mentioned in the scriptures. All those yajnas automatically has performed it if he chants Krishna's names. Sasnur means he has already taken bath in all the holy tirthas, holy rivers. Right now everybody is rushing now to Kumbh Mela, and we want to take bath. In that crucial time, in the particular place, we want to take bath. Everybody is rushing. Some crores of people, no? Some 7 crores. And I heard so many stampede and people died. But this is the shortcut. This is the shortcut actually. As per Bhagavatam, if anyone chants Krishna's names, he has already taken bath in all the holy rivers. Confirmed in Bhagavatam. This is the easiest way, no? And going to the Kumbh Mela and 8 crore people will be there and there won't be any place for staying or taking bath or prasadam. Everything is trouble only, right? People are so much after the rituals. People want to practice rituals, hard rituals they want to practice. But Shastra is giving easiest method. If we chant Krishna's names, all the holy rivers, you have already taken bath. Sasnur. And Brahmanujur. Brahmanujur means he has already studied all the scriptures. Right? So many scriptures are there, no? Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Sama, Atharvana. In all those Vedas, how many mantras are there? Nobody knows. In the Upanishads, how many mantras are there? Nobody can count. But if we chant Krishna's names, it is equivalent to studying of all the scriptures. That benefit will automatically come to him. This is confirmed by Mother Devahudi to Lord Kapila. And Lord Kapila, he is smiling and accepting all these things. Because he is the Supreme Lord. This statement is true. That is why Veda Vyasa wrote this in Srimad Bhagavatam. If this statement is not true, then why Veda Vyasa? He has to write in Bhagavatam. It's permanently recorded in Bhagavatam. Written by Vyasadeva. So we should have faith. Prabhupada is writing, one should not disbelieve. One should not think that this is an exaggeration. No. We should believe the scriptures. That is the meaning of Sattva. Sattva Guna means he will believe the scriptures. When we are influenced by Rajoguna, then we will believe only the matter. We will believe only, material faith only will manifest within us if we are influenced by Rajoguna. So we should believe the scriptures and every day we should practice chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's all. Then our life will be successful. Krishna will not forget us. Even if we do mistakes also, Krishna will not forget us because he is having this quality, gratefulness. And he will give us reward. That is, we will be freed from birth and death cycle. So we should take advantage of Krishna's gratefulness quality by chanting his names. Thank you. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande.